Hi everyone. Today we are going to go over some basics that will get you through Lab 7, which is spatial analysis, vector data, and raster data. So the biggest takeaway is going to be Model Builder since you guys have not worked with this yet. So where to find it is you'll go underneath the Analysis tab. And there's going to be a Model Builder icon, and you will click on this and it'll automatically open a new model window for you. And how you're going to want to add things in here is you can already draw from your contents pane. So we'll right click and we will drag our zombies layer, and we also drag our roads layer in here. And these are blue because they are variables, which you can see up here. Blue are variable. You can click on here and you can create your own variable, but you don't need to do that for this lab since we already have all the variables that we're going to be working with. So to grab a tool, we can just go over to the geoprocessing pane, and we can do the same thing. We'll just drag the tool that we want to use into Model Builder. And you can either open up the Model Builder and you can manually input which one you want to do, or you can just right click and drag an arrow from the variable that you want to use as your input features, and that'll automatically create a line for you. You'll still need to open this up to fill in some other kind of information. For example, for the distances, and we're going to do the 400 and the 800 and the 1200 distances. Change that to meters. And we're just going to click OK. And this will automatically change its name once you do that for you. So you can click this validate button. That's just going to flash like so, and it's going to tell you if there's anything wrong with any of the inputs or any of the settings that you did in there. You can just do that to make sure that it's going to work before actually running it. And so you can come up, you can either right click on here and click run if you just wanted to do this specific tool, or if you wanted to do all the tools in your model builder, you can click run. So we will run, and then it'll say done when it's ready, and then it'll have these gray shadows underneath it saying that it was ran and it was completed successfully. If you don't have these gray shadows, then the output was not created and you should probably run it again. So now we can right click on this and we can click add to display. And now we can see our concentric rings around our zombie points. And then we will go back to Model Builder, and I think you guys were going to use the identity tool. So once again, we can drag this into here. And so I will drag, and this will be our input features, drag again, and this will be our identity features. So you can see the difference. These ones look more 3D because they have the gray shadow because they were ran, whereas these have still not been ran yet. So now I'll go into the identity. You guys don't have to change anything here, so we can just leave that all as the basics. And then I can click run and do it just on this tool, or I can run it through the whole thing, but since we already did this, I will just click run for the identity tool. And now we can see that it has the gray shadows and it was successfully ran. So then we'll click on here and we'll do add to display again, and we'll go to our map, and it now created these features for us. So if you wanted to save your model, you can always use models by just changing the inputs around. You can do this on other data sets for other projects. You're going to want to save with these two icons. This one will just save your entire project, but it won't save actually what you did in the model. So we'll just click save to save our work so far, and then save that again to save the overall project. If you wanted to change your model and name it to something more specific, you can go into the properties and you'll just change the name, and you'll have to change the label as well, or it won't show up as that. And so now we have our model saved. So save that again. And there's also this auto layout button. If your model is getting kind of crazy and hectic and it's all over the place and you can't follow, you can click this auto layout button and it'll lay it out for you in a way that's easy for you to understand or for someone else to understand. And this can be really helpful down the line when you guys have a lot of tools in your model. So I hope this was enough information for you all to be able to complete Lab 7. If you have any questions, just please come talk to me, but enjoy Lab 7.